Sigma males exhibit behaviors that are truly one of a kind. Their rare and enigmatic traits make them stand apart from all other male archetypes in the world, sparking curiosity and fascination. While their habits and quirks may seem peculiar to some, each action is grounded in a logical and purposeful explanation. Whether you identify as a Sigma male or are simply intrigued by their mystique, this is your opportunity to explore what truly makes them extraordinary. Before we dive into the fascinating details of this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any future content about Sigma males and their unique characteristics. Let's uncover the secrets that make Sigma men so captivating. 1. Preference for texting over phone calls. Sigma males often avoid answering phone calls, not out of rudeness, but because they genuinely dislike talking on the phone. They may let calls go straight to voicemail or ignore them entirely, as it's far more efficient to skip unnecessary small talk. For them, texting or speaking face-to-face is a better fit for their preference to communicate directly and purposefully. Small talk feels like an unnecessary distraction, and they'd rather get straight to the point. While some might view this habit as impolite, it's simply a matter of personal preference. Sigma males don't intend to offend. They just prioritize their time and energy. If the matter is important, they will certainly respond, but if it's trivial, they won't waste time on it. Their actions are guided by their own standards, not by the expectations of others. So, if a Sigma male doesn't answer your call, don't take it personally. It's not about disliking you. It's about maintaining control over their schedule and interactions. The best way to reach them: send a text. This allows them to respond thoughtfully and at a time that suits them, ensuring that communication remains efficient and meaningful. 2. They're not antisocial. They're just drained of too much social interaction. Sigma males are often misunderstood as being antisocial or unapproachable, but this couldn't be further from the truth. They do enjoy socializing, just in moderation. Unlike others who might spend hours at a party or gathering, chatting and mingling, Sigmas are highly conscious of their energy and choose not to exhaust it on endless interactions. Their active minds are always engaged with meaningful tasks and goals, which they prioritize over casual socializing. For Sigmas, the idea that excessive social interaction is essential is more frustrating than appealing. While they understand the value of connecting with others occasionally, they see no reason for it to become a constant part of life. Too much socializing drains them, leaving them mentally and emotionally fatigued. This is why they are deliberate about who they spend their time with and how long they stay in social settings. Instead of large gatherings with strangers, Sigmas prefer solitude or meaningful time with a select few. They prioritize quality over quantity, ensuring their interactions are fulfilling rather than draining. This thoughtful approach may be mistaken for being antisocial, but in reality, it's a testament to their ability to use their energy wisely and focus on what truly matters. 3. They look gentle, but they are wild. Sigma males may appear calm and composed, but beneath their gentle exterior lies a wild and daring spirit. Many mistakenly assume they are fragile or timid, but that couldn't be further from the truth. While they might not outwardly broadcast their boldness like alpha males, Sigma men often take on challenges and risks that others, including alphas, might shy away from. Sigmas don't live as cautiously as people think. They thrive on the thrill of chasing their goals and testing their limits, much like alpha males, but their approach is more calculated and discreet. In fact, upon closer inspection, the line between sigma and alpha males becomes blurred when it comes to boldness. What sets sigmas apart is their ability to make daring moves without unnecessary bravado. Their wild nature is not reckless. Every step they take is deliberate and well thought out. Even in the face of high-stakes decisions, sigma males manage to emerge unscathed because of their strategic mindset. While others may hesitate, sigmas act with quiet confidence, proving that their calm demeanor hides a fearless and adventurous core. 4. Maintaining a discreet demeanor. It's a common misconception that sigma males are perpetually serious and incapable of smiling. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. They don't see the need to constantly grin just for the sake of appearances, unlike some people who view smiling as a social expectation. This doesn't mean they're unhappy or not enjoying themselves. Rather, it reflects their deeply internal nature. Sigma males are highly introspective and tend to process their emotions inwardly. They don't feel the need to outwardly display their feelings to validate their experiences. Often lost in thought, their quiet demeanor can be mistaken for aloofness or detachment, but in reality, they're simply keeping their emotions private. For a sigma, joy doesn't require a visible smile to be genuine. They find fulfillment in the moment without needing to share it with others. This reserved approach stands in stark contrast to alpha males, who are typically more expressive and outwardly emotional. Sigma males, by contrast, prioritize introspection and authenticity over performative displays, making their quiet confidence all the more compelling. 5. Avoiding the spotlight. Sigma males naturally gravitate toward the back corner of any room, not out of shyness or disinterest, but because they prefer to avoid the spotlight. By positioning themselves in these discreet spots, they can quietly observe and analyze everything happening around them without interference. This strategic choice allows them to blend into the background and avoid drawing unnecessary attention. It's not an act of being antisocial, but rather a calculated way to maintain control over their environment. Additionally, sitting in the back offers the distinct advantage of being able to exit quietly if needed, whether it's a meeting or a social event. People often misinterpret their quiet demeanor as a sign of disinterest or timidity, but in reality, sigma males are remarkably perceptive. They process and absorb far more than others realize, using their silence as a tool to gather valuable insights. While others may overlook their presence, sigma males are fully attuned to the dynamics of the room, leveraging their unobtrusiveness to avoid unnecessary interactions and focus on what truly matters. 6. Humble about compliments. Sigma males don't necessarily dislike compliments, but they don't always value them in the same way others might. While praise for a job well done can be pleasant, they often find it unnecessary or even unsettling, especially if it feels insincere or manipulative. For a sigma, a compliment can sometimes come across as a disguised attempt to gain favor, and they're quick to see through such tactics. This kind of flattery is a major turn-off for them, as they prefer authenticity over superficial gestures. Unlike many people who rely on external validation, sigma males are deeply self-assured and don't need affirmation from others to recognize their own worth. They are keenly aware of their abilities and intelligence, and they derive satisfaction from knowing others respect their insights and decisions, rather than being showered with empty compliments. In fact, excessive praise can make them dismissive, as they value quality over quantity, even in acknowledgement. That said, a sincere compliment given occasionally is more likely to resonate with a Sigma male. However, overdoing it might lead them to stop taking your words seriously. For them, actions speak louder than words, and subtle recognition holds far more value than an overabundance of compliments. 7. Steering clear of talkative people. Sigma males have little patience for loudmouths, finding their incessant chatter and need for attention utterly exhausting. These individuals often dominate conversations, never knowing when to stop, and constantly seek to keep the spotlight on themselves. For Sigmas, engaging with such people is a surefire way to waste valuable time and energy. To avoid being trapped in a tedious, one-sided exchange, they'll change direction, cross the street, or take whatever measures are necessary to steer clear. Time is a precious commodity for Sigma males, and they're not willing to squander it on meaningless interactions. While they do enjoy meaningful conversations, they are selective about who they choose to engage with. This discerning approach often leads to the misconception that Sigmas are aloof or snobbish, but the reality is quite the opposite. They simply abhor small talk and any dialogue that feels trivial or unproductive. Everyone has encountered those who love the sound of their own voice, monopolizing discussions without offering anything of substance. Sigma males instinctively avoid these people, not out of arrogance, but because they place immense value on efficiency and depth in their interactions. For them, the key to connection lies in quality, not quantity, and they refuse to compromise on this principle. 8. Selective socializing. Sigma males have little tolerance for spending time with dull or overly dramatic individuals. Being stuck with someone who is uninteresting or constantly complaining is, for them, one of the worst scenarios. Life is far too short to waste energy on people who drain their strength. Instead, they seek the company of engaging, inspiring, and humorous individuals who add value to their lives. Highly independent and often successful, Sigma males are determined to stay in control of their environment and avoid situations that could hinder their progress. While this mindset might seem cold to some, it is a deliberate and logical approach to protecting their time, energy, and focus. 9. Protecting their privacy. When the doorbell rings, Sigma males often choose to ignore it, especially if they don't know the visitor. Masters of discretion, they use this tactic to avoid awkward encounters with salespeople or solicitors and to protect their cherished privacy. This isn't about fear, but about valuing solitude and avoiding unnecessary interruptions, particularly when they're focused or not in the mood for conversation. While some might see this as impolite, for Sigmas, it's a practical way to maintain their peace and avoid small talk. They're not being disrespectful, they're simply prioritizing their time and energy. 10th, observers, not participants. Sigma. Males often prefer observing to participating, a trait that some might misinterpret as a negative. Rather than diving into conversations or actions, they step back to watch and analyze. This isn't due to a lack of interest, but stems from their fascination with understanding people's motivations and thought processes. They find it far more engaging to observe the dynamics of a situation, gaining insights that others might miss. This doesn't mean Sigmas shy away from participation. They simply do so on their own terms. They like to fully grasp a situation before engaging and resist being pressured into anything. For them, the power of listening and observing is invaluable. After all, we have one mouth and two ears for a reason. By focusing on body language and tone, they uncover layers of information that others often overlook. This reflective approach not only deepens their understanding of people, but also allows them to act with purpose and clarity when they choose to step in. 11. They don't need to be fixed. Only broken things need fixing, and Sigma males are far from broken. They are completely at ease with who they are and have no need for anyone to fix or change their way of thinking. In fact, it's often Sigma men who end up teaching others a thing or two. Despite this, some people feel compelled to challenge or alter a Sigma's mindset, but their efforts are futile. Sigmas are unwavering in their self-belief and approach to life. Sigmas are in their best shape, fully embracing their lifestyle and individuality. They don't need rescuing or intervention because they thrive in their own world. Spotting a Sigma sitting alone, deep in thought, doesn't mean he's in distress. Quite the opposite. He's likely doing better than most. Every action a Sigma male takes is intentional and calculated, rooted in confidence and awareness. For them, mistakes are rare, not because they're infallible, but because they approach life with careful consideration and purpose. 12. They're not angry or depressed. Sigma males may sometimes appear angry or depressed, but that's far from the truth. Their deep thinking often gives this impression as they focus on life's complexities that most overlook. This introspection allows them to uncover profound truths, but it doesn't weigh them down emotionally. They simply don't let trivial matters bother them, and their lack of constant socializing is a personal choice, not a sign of distress. Unlike many, Sigma males don't succumb to depression because they're driven by clear goals. Even during tough times, they maintain a positive outlook, knowing that negativity only hinders progress. Anger, too, is a rarity for Sigmas. They understand that it clouds judgment, and their sharp awareness keeps them calm and composed, ensuring they always make decisions with a clear head. Conclusion. Sigma males are a captivating combination of introspection, independence, and depth. While their unique traits may appear unconventional to some, they are grounded in logic and purpose. Understanding these characteristics allows us to truly appreciate the strength, authenticity, and individuality that define Sigma males. Through their preference for privacy, analytical thinking, and unwavering loyalty, they inspire us to live intentionally and authentically. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it insightful, don't forget to like, comment with your own stories or experiences, and share it with your friends and loved ones. By sharing, you're helping others find connection and understanding while spreading the valuable lessons from this video.